In this video, we'll be going over the 5 hottest NVIDIA news stories of the week, record-breaking earnings and forecasts, a mysterious chip cancellation rumor, unveiling next-gen innovations, intense workplace culture revelations, and a compact AI model with big potential. These developments are shaping NVIDIA's trajectory in the AI revolution, impacting investors, technologists, and the broader tech landscape. Let's dive into NVIDIA's latest earnings report, which has Wall Street buzzing. The AI chip juggernaut reported second quarter earnings that blew past expectations, with adjusted earnings per share of 68 cents on a staggering $30 billion in revenue. This represents a mind-boggling 122% increase in revenue and a 168% jump in earnings compared to the same quarter last year. But hold on to your GPUs, because the forecast for the next quarter is even more impressive. NVIDIA's guidance for Q3 revenue stands at $32.5 billion, plus or minus 2%. This projection outpaces analyst expectations of $31.9 billion. The company's data center business, which is at the heart of the AI boom, raked in a whopping $26.3 billion, up 154% from last year. CEO Jensen Huang didn't hold back his excitement, stating that anticipation for their next-generation Blackwell chip is incredible. Now, I've got to say, these numbers are absolutely insane. NVIDIA is riding the AI wave like a pro surfer, and it doesn't look like they're going to wipe out anytime soon. But here's where it gets really interesting. Despite these stellar results, NVIDIA's stock actually dipped about 3.5% in after-hours trading. Why? Well, it seems like Wall Street had even higher expectations. Talk about a tough crowd. But wait, there's more to this earnings story. NVIDIA's CFO, Colette Kress, dropped a bombshell about their upcoming Blackwell chip. She revealed that they've made a change to the Blackwell GPU mask to improve production yield. Now, for us tech nerds, this is huge news. It suggests that NVIDIA is going all in on optimizing their next-gen chip production. I'm personally stoked to see how this plays out in terms of performance and availability. Now let's shift gears to a juicy rumor that's been making waves in the tech world. There's been chatter about NVIDIA potentially canceling its B100 chip. KeyBank, an analyst firm, dropped this bombshell in a recent note, suggesting that NVIDIA might be prioritizing the ramp-up of its B200 chip for hyperscalers instead. According to KeyBank, NVIDIA is facing some performance issues with its Blackwell architecture, which could result in a one-quarter delay. But here's where it gets really interesting. They believe NVIDIA has effectively canceled the B100 chip. Instead, they claim NVIDIA will replace it with a lower-cost performance GPU called the B200A, targeted at enterprise customers. Now, I've got to say, this rumor has me scratching my head. NVIDIA has been on such a roll lately, it's hard to imagine them stumbling with a major chip release. But if it's true, it could be a smart move to focus on the higher-end B200 for the big players in AI. I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on this one. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. NVIDIA has been tight-lipped about these rumors, and we all know how the rumor mill can sometimes spin out of control. Speaking of bold moves, let's talk about NVIDIA's presence at the upcoming Hot Chips conference. This is where the real tech geeks, like yours truly, get to geek out over the latest processor innovations. NVIDIA is bringing the heat with 4 talks that showcase their latest advancements in data center performance and energy efficiency. One of the highlights is going to be a deep dive into the NVIDIA Blackwell platform. This isn't just a chip, it's a full-stack computing challenge that brings together multiple NVIDIA technologies. We're talking about the Blackwell GPU, Grace CPU, Bluefield Data Processing Unit, and a whole lot more. But here's what's really got me excited. They're going to be talking about the NVIDIA GB200 NVL72. This beast is a multi-node, liquid-cooled, rack-scale solution that connects 72 Blackwell GPUs and 36 Grace CPUs. It's designed to deliver up to 30x faster inference for large language model workloads. That's the kind of performance that could really shake things up in the AI world. NVIDIA is also going to be showcasing their work on hybrid liquid cooling for data centers. This is a big deal because as AI workloads get more intense, keeping these systems cool becomes a major challenge. They're even using the NVIDIA Omniverse platform to create digital twins for modeling energy consumption and cooling efficiency. Now, let's switch gears and talk about something a bit more human. A recent report from Bloomberg has shed light on the intense work culture at NVIDIA, and let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. According to the report, NVIDIA employees are expected to be at their desks 7 days a week, often until 2 a.m. That's right, you read that correctly, 7 days a week. As someone who values their sleep and weekends, this sounds absolutely brutal. But here's the kicker. Despite these grueling hours, NVIDIA has a surprisingly low employee turnover rate. Why? 2 words: golden handcuffs. NVIDIA's stock has surged by an eye-watering 3,776% since 2019. This means that many employees who've been with the company for the past 5 years are likely sitting on millions in stock options. It's no wonder the parking lot is reportedly full of Porsches, Corvettes, and Lamborghinis. One former marketing employee described attending up to 10 meetings a day, each with more than 30 people. These meetings were apparently characterized by shouting and fighting. I don't know about you, but that sounds more like a battleground than a workplace to me. CEO Jensen Huang seems to embrace this high-pressure culture. He's been quoted as saying he prefers to torture employees into greatness instead of firing them. While I appreciate the sentiment of pushing people to achieve their best, I can't help but wonder if there's a less torturous way to do it. Despite the intense work environment, NVIDIA's employee turnover rate is remarkably low. Last year, only 5.3% of employees left the company, and after NVIDIA's market cap exceeded $1 trillion, that rate dropped to just 2.7%. For comparison, the semiconductor industry average is 17.7%. I guess those stock options are pretty convincing. Now, I've got to say, as much as I admire NVIDIA's success, this work culture sounds absolutely exhausting. It's a stark reminder that sometimes success comes at a high personal cost. It makes you wonder, is it worth it? I suppose if you're driving home in a Lamborghini, you might think so. But personally, I value my work-life balance a bit too much for that kind of grind. Lastly, let's talk about NVIDIA's latest contribution to the world of AI, a new small language model that's punching above its weight class. NVIDIA has released Mistral-NeMo-Minitron 8B, a compact version of the Mistral-NeMo 12B model. Now you might be thinking, why should I care about a smaller model? Well, let me tell you why this is a big deal. This little powerhouse delivers state-of-the-art accuracy in a compact form factor. It's small enough to run on an NVIDIA RTX-powered workstation while still excelling across multiple benchmarks for AI-powered chatbots, virtual assistants, content generators, and educational tools. As someone who's always excited about making AI more accessible, this development has me pretty pumped. The magic behind this model lies in NVIDIA's combination of 2 AI optimization methods, pruning and distillation. They shrunk Mistral-NeMo's 12 billion parameters down to 8 billion, and then used distillation to improve accuracy. The result? A model that delivers comparable accuracy to the original, but at a lower computational cost. What's really cool about this is that it opens up new possibilities for organizations with limited resources. They can now deploy generative AI capabilities across their infrastructure while optimizing for cost, operational efficiency, and energy use. Plus, running these models locally on edge devices brings some nice security benefits. NVIDIA claims that Mistral-NeMo-Minitron 8B leads on 9 popular benchmarks for language models of its size. We're talking tasks like language understanding, common sense reasoning, mathematical reasoning, summarization, coding, and generating truthful answers. That's pretty impressive for a mini model. I've got to say, this development excites me. It's a step towards democratizing AI, making it more accessible to smaller organizations and individual developers. It's innovations like these that could really accelerate the adoption of AI across various industries. As we wrap up this week's NVIDIA News Roundup, I want to remind everyone that none of this is investment advice. Always do your own research before making any financial decisions. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment letting me know which story you found most interesting. Until next time, keep riding that AI wave.